chat. 8:30 NFP news, and then that's it for the day. So let's finish off the week in the bang. You know, let's finish off the week in the bang. I think for the week we're up like 5%. So let's see how the rest of the week plays out. But we only got a day left. We have one major folder, and then that'll be our day. So let's see what's going on here. Let's check the charts. See, it's 7:30. Damn, it really ranged yesterday, huh? Yeah, it really ranged a lot yesterday. Let's see. New York session yesterday did what? It came up, came back down late session. You had a major move or a decent move between 10 and 11. Price came down. By noon, it pulled back. And then by 2 p.m. or late New York, started to push up. And you had to move up. And so far, you moved up. And now you're pulling back. So wow, this 1 hour count is pulling back too. Okay, how much is this range here? 4-pip range. Chat, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like to start again with the higher time frame. The higher time frame is always the time frame you want to start with, and then you want to obviously make your way down. So if you look at the monthly chat, it looks like we are currently in this range here, right? This is the range we're in. You can see clear as day that this was some type of rejection here, which means that is now your official resistance on price. So if that's your official resistance, right, you need to figure out where your support is. So right now, I will say, like, this is the closest thing you have to a support. I wouldn't say that's a confirmation yet. Again, as we all know, a confirmation is a closure at support. So a closure at support will indicate bullish candle closure closing, or would mean that this candle will close bullish right here. So you have 21 days left, right? You always want to check to see how many days in the monthly you have. Over here, I'll show you the exact day and time. But if you close bullish, right? Let's say you close bullish this month and it looks like this, then next month's candle will do what? Right? You see how you'll be establishing a stronger support because you actually have an official closure. Next month's candle likely is to create a bottom wick and then make its way up. Right? But before you get like a confirmation of that, you still gotta wait for the closure. Otherwise, any given point this month, this candle could still flip bearish. There's no like confirmation indicating that this candle isn't gonna flip bearish yet, right? Especially if you have a bearish candle here. So that's why I'm saying like this is more of a minor support, because if it were to flip bearish, then likely you would fill the wick down, which means that you'll break that quote unquote support, right? And you'll make your way down towards these areas to the left. Right, but this is still a possibility. I've seen months where you moved up the entire month, and in the last 2 days you reversed the entire move. So you spent 28 days going up, and then you spent 2 days going down. That's happened plenty of times. So you want to be aware of that, and you want to understand what really is happening on a small time frame, because usually a small time frame, like the daily, the 4 hour, like time frames like that, will indicate the start of the shift in that market directional push, wherever direction it goes, right? So we are just overall just looking at like the monthly here and just trying to figure out like what is sort of the idea. We have no idea what's happening yet. I still don't know. But look, you can come down to the weekly now. You have more information, right? So this is where like I like to pay attention to the weekly, because today's Friday. So it's the last day of the weekly chat. So that's something to consider as well when you're trading today, right? It's Friday, last day of the week. You have 9 hours left. So if you spent majority of the week already creating a bottom wick, right? And right now you are currently just doing this. So you spent majority of the week creating a bottom wick, and then you continue to push up, right? So far for the weekly, we're pretty bullish. You have like a resistance right here on price. Resistance right here. So if that's your resistance with no closure above the range yet, we mentioned yesterday that yes, our weekly target is here, right? This is our weekly target area, which I don't want to say it officially tapped yet, but it came very close. Like it came like maybe like 5 pips away probably. We had this exact level yesterday. If you go on yesterday's stream, you would have seen the weekly analysis, and then you would have seen the way it looks today. Yesterday we said how there's a high chance that the weekly makes its way up, taps into this yellow box here, right here, and then likely could close respecting. Because why respecting? Because you haven't closed above yet, right? And you still got a whole 9 hours left. Who knows? NFP might actually push us down today on gold. So if that happens, then you're closing back into the ranges, which means that you'll now be between this pink range here. you would now be between here and here again, right? So that's a possibility. Obviously, price could still make its way up, but NFP today would be that will give you like that confirmation where price is headed, right? So like for us today, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get trades after NFP, not prior to NFP. And usually for NFP, whatever direction that you tend to drive in after NFP is usually the direction for the day. So you might get a whipsaw here and there the first 5 minutes of the candle, 10 minutes. And then after like 8:40, 8:55, that's when you'll start to move and decide, or the markets will decide where it wants to go, and then it'll follow that direction for usually the majority of the day. And that's when you want to hop on your trades. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today, right? So this is just, again, still trying to see where the higher time frame is headed. As we drop to the 1530, we'll get our entries, right? But this is just what's currently happening on the weekly. So just be aware of that. If price does end up closing above to NFP pushes price up, then that's amazing as well, right? It doesn't really matter where price goes because we're just following price action. We're just following current price data, like the trend, right? So if you close above, then next week, where are you going? You're probably gonna go up towards top of the range here. Why? Because you close above. Price has never closed above here before. Never closed above here. Never close above here, right? All these rejections here, all these rejections here. I know you had a closure above here, but this didn't even close. I mean, yeah, this did close, but it filled the range. It filled the target. So like you can see, it has pushed up in the past, right? And also here as well, like this one did push up in the past, but it struggled here a bit first. So what we're trying to figure out here is like, is price gonna struggle at this pink zone here, or is it gonna just continue to push straight through? Right, and Tail will give you that answer. But this is a decision zone. This is a zone that you do have to be very aware of because anything can happen in this zone here today. Okay, so that's the weekly chat. Dropping down to the daily. The daily, you have back bullish candle closures, and it looks like you are currently, let's see what's happening here. So what my eyes are showing me is like you have some type of support levels being formed here. So I'm just scanning from left to right in this area because that's the range that we're in, right? You don't got to focus up here. You don't got to focus down here. My focus here is just going to be like whatever's in this box here. So within this box here, I have levels right here that I see prices rejected off of. I got levels right here, right? So that's my support, that's my resistance. I got more supports down here. I got more resistance up here. Got that, got this, got that. I got more support down here. I got more resistance up here. So let's go ahead and find the average area where your resistance could be. I'm going to put it as here, to be honest. So I'm going to put it as there. I'm going to put this line right here. And then for my support, I'm going to say right around here. So now we just delete all of this. And you can see this is the range we're in, right? You can see that what happened yesterday then. Yesterday, you closed above the range, right? I'm going to put this as closing above the most recent structure. I'm going to go off of this mirror on price right here. This one right here. I know this one right here, you can see it closed above and then it broke back into the range. But I think you already had your pullback here. Like, you had your pullback here already at that area. So us closing above the range here, there's still a high potential that you could still continue to mirror this move up here to the left, up towards these areas here. Obviously, if the closure is here, then you close below, which means that any given point, wait, let me just see something. Is there more data? No, that's it. If this is the resistance, right, then that's fine as well. You can say that if you were to flip bearish on the daily today, so if you were to march up your resistance, you see how price didn't close above, it closed below it. If you were to at any given point flip bearish today on gold, then that daily candle will flip bearish and you'll have that weekly pullback that closes respecting that resistance. So now things are starting to click a little more. Right, so you know what? I might just move this as my resistance, even though I'm still more on the bullish side, but I'm just going to leave this here. So I'm going to leave this here. We're going to leave this here as my support. And then look at this chat. So you see how you flip bearish at 2669.514. If you were to flip bearish here, where's your next nearest support? Right after. where's it going to be? I'm going to put that right here, right at 26.62. So I'm going to use this line instead and mark that up here. So if you were to flip bearish on the daily today, then you're not just going to flip bearish and push up. You're going to flip bearish and drive down to the bottom of the range, which means that you'll look like this. So what is this zone here, this yellow line here on the weekly? The weekly closes respecting that zone. Remember earlier we mentioned that purple zone chat on the weekly right here, right? So if you were to flip bearish on the daily, you would likely make your way down towards that weekly resistance that is going to be respected on price. So that's why today is a very important day for next week's outlook and the week after's outlook, because this gives you a sense of what can happen next week, right? You close back into the range, you know next week might be a slow start to the week, and then later on in the week you might continue to trend again, right? You close above, you know next week, beginning of the week, you're gonna continue to push up very heavy, and then throughout the whole week you'll push up heavy probably, right? So you know how to play your cards next week. So like you want to really pay attention to these little things here because it really matters. So you have that on a weekly, you have that on a daily, and let's see. So we had our resistance marked up where? We had our resistance marked up here. All right. And then your next support marked up right around here. So the 4-hour candle, let's see, you have an hour and 11 minutes left. It looks like currently you are pushing up. You had a nice bottom wick. And what's happening here? What is this? Okay. So there's some information here. Okay, let me just erase these lines here. So you have the 4-hour resistance here, chat. That's where you closed above, right? Or above here, sorry. That's where you close above. And then your very next minor resistance, I'm going to put that as just this. This for now. I'm focused on these two levels. So that's the very next minor level. So maybe we can put this line up here and say, okay, if the smaller time frame aligns and it gives you bullish confirmations, then you know your next target is going to be 26.84.923 if you do continue up bullish. However, if you don't get those confirmations, then you can also say, maybe this 4-hour candle here respected this level to the left. So this 4-hour candle isn't like too clear to me, to be honest. Like the structure is bullish, but I do see that like there's levels that price has struggled here at. And I do have another resistance all the way up here at 26.84, but this 82 level is pretty actually important here, pretty crucial. So just be aware of this. So let me hover down to the 1 and see what else we got going on here. But that is your support at 73. Okay, cool. So this 1-hour candle started off the candle pushing down the first, I think, 40 minutes here, and then a 60 pip push down, and now you're pulling back up. So is it going to flip and drive within 10 minutes? I'll say more so on the unlikely side. You likely are going to flip bullish, but I don't know about driving after flipping bullish. Could be wrong, but if you were to flip bullish your chat on the 1-hour candle, what would it be? Right, think about it. You only got 9 minutes into the candle left. If you were to flip bullish here on this candle, you'd be looking like this, right? You'd be looking like that with no top wick. So if that does happen within 9 minutes here, you have the leg candle in the 1-hour time frame. The 4-hour candle, you know, that tapped that major resistance zone. That daily candle closed respecting resistance. That weekly candle could close respecting the ranges. So it shows us signs that we could actually may up ending coming down today, if this were to happen, especially 8 a.m., right? Leg candle, no top wick. That doesn't mean that you can't continue to push up if this were to close like this. It definitely can, but same thing as yesterday's candle and the 4-hour candle, right? Remember yesterday's candle, chat? The leg candle? I don't know if it was the 4 or the 1, but you're not just gonna like next candle come down. You're gonna come up probably for a top wick. It actually could fill those ranges on the 4-hour candle, and then all of a sudden flip bearish, and this could be your 1-hour candle at 8 a.m. Right, so be aware of this. Be aware of this, because if we understand that, and that's how the candle closes. It closes bullish with no top wick. Then 8 a.m., 8:30, my bad. NFP comes out. You wait for the spike up. You don't get in buys yet. You maybe add an extra third, fourth, fifth confirmation just in case, because you're aware of this 1 hour candle that could pull back. You then wait for price to flip bearish on the 1, and then that just sells down off NFP candle at 831, 832, a minute or two after news. All right, so things are starting to make more sense now. We're starting to get more ideas, but this obviously can only happen if you close on no top wick and you close bullish on the 1. Again, that's in 8 minutes. All right, so we still got a lot of waiting to do here, but let's see. So that's the 1 hour. Let's go down to the small time frame, see what else we got here. So 30. What do I got for the 30? Okay, I'm marking this up as my resistance here. I think that was 80. No, that's not 84. That is 84 is here. 84 was your daily, right? No, your 4 hour time frame. Yeah, 84 going off of this right here. This is what I'm going off of. This is what I'm looking in the mirror right now. 84. So that's 84 right there, which means that that's my next target. I'm trying to see what that is on the small time frame. What I could see 84 being as well is I could see it just being like advantage point, or what am I saying? Not advantage point. An area where price may grab liquidity at as well, right? Because you can see there's like barely any top wicks here. Right, for price to come down, this is still obviously possible for price to just flip bearish and come down after a top wick. But looking at the way things are looking right now, I would assume that if price were to make its way down, especially that steep, especially down if it comes towards like 64 again, it's likely going to create a top wick which breaks into these areas here, which should be something like this. Right, so you have this range fill that you could grab technically. If there wasn't news, I would be hunting for positions right now actually towards that 84 level, 85 level, but I don't want to be stuck in NFP here. What time is it? 8:53. Yeah, I'd rather wait for news here, and we'll give you a much like better opportunity today. But even the 1 hour candle, no top wick as well. You're looking for those top wicks to be grabbed right within the next 1 hour candle. We just don't know if it's going to be the beginning of the 1 hour candle or if it's going to be after NFP, right? Or during NFP. But yeah, we have that level there, chat. 2684. We want to see what happens there. And your support is going to be down here at like 2675. All right. So these are the ranges you're in that I'm going to leave here. We can't really do much yet, but at least we know what's kind of happening on price. All right, so yeah, these are the ranges we're in. Probably gonna look for positions at 830, 831, 832. Small chance positions before, but I highly doubt it, to be honest. And then maybe more positions after NFP as well with a directional trend, depending on how much volume we have today. And I think today they're expecting average hourly earning, let's see, actual greater is good for currency. They're expecting negative numbers, negative, right? 164 below 227, and then actual less is good, so neutral. So negative, negative, and neutral / negative. All right. Numbers come out negative, then they're expecting gold to drive up then. But that's just what they're expecting. So let's see. You have, what time is it? 7:55? You have like 35 minutes, chat. 35 minutes for potential trades, okay? So you gotta be a little patient. I know it's been slow the last 24 hours with the markets. But I'm pretty sure NFP should pick it up again to finish the week off. I'm pretty sure. Especially if yes, it was a bank holiday. Let me open up all the charts here. Charts for stream, 7:55. Okay, got this. Yo, if you guys aren't in the Discord, join the Discord. You can send your charts there and I'll review them on stream. Gold 30-minute time from here. What do you got? Gold Yeah, sell limit and a sell stop. Is this for news? Sell limit and a sell stop on the 30. Oh, I think you had a sniper entry. Or close to sniper entry. Okay. I see the idea. The small time frame is creating that somewhat of a bear structure. I see the idea there. Just be cautious of news, I'll say, to be honest with you. What is this? This is gonna be 30-minute time frame on gold. Oh, nice pineapples. Yeah, 3 positions here. 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. You close right here, which means that, yeah, this is profit. This is profit. This one a little more. This one a lot more. This one a little loss. Should be a net. Nice. Yeah, man. This is actually a pretty good trade. Especially this area on price. I would be hunting if there wasn't for news there too. Like right in these areas here at that 75 mark. Is that where you got in? Yeah, 77, 75. Yep. Pretty good trade. Whoa. What else you got? What is this? Gold 5-minute time frame. Yeah, this is just a chart. You have nice levels here. 2682.51. You got 2678.23, 2672, and then 2668. I need more detail on this though. Ghost. What is this? XAUUSD 30-minute time frame. I'm guessing these are positions, or what is this? So I did a thing. What does this mean, Fabian? Oh, 2690 was my full TP. Didn't want to be greedy considering it was Friday already. 2690. What does this mean? Why is there a gap between the candles and this? I'm guessing these are closures. And this is your buy. Yeah, staying in trust for NFP, chat. Let's see. MK009. What do you got? Close sell. Oh, close full. I'm tripping. You have a wick fill going up after a bottom wick. This is a good trade. I like this. This idea is pretty solid here. You have no bottom wick. And when you have no bottom wick, then usually the next count comes down to create you that bottom wick. You got it. Now you're making your way up to the top of the range. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. What else you got here? Hidden below 0. This is the range you're in. 2675.47, 2686.57. Okay. Can't really do much of that, but you have levels. What do you have next? 70, 2704, 2714. So that's what you got going on next here. What is that off of? Oh, these levels here? That is a possibility. That is a possibility. Yeah, you can say. The only thing I'm worried about is just this candle right here, this closure right here. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Other than that, like technically this is clean traffic up. But what we're trying to figure out today, chat, if you guys missed the morning analysis, we're trying to figure out either if we are gonna come down for a bottom wick and create liquidity on the daily today. Because if you close respecting, you flip bearish, that'll be your liquidity grab on the daily and the weekly, right, for you to drive up. So I'm trying to figure out if price would hesitate to drive up here, come down for some of a bottom wick structure, and then once you close above, like next week, you can probably pop up. But if news comes out negative and you pop up today, then there's your push up. And then you're targeting, like, I think my first target is 2685. Next level is 2694, and then eventually you have 2619. I'm going off of just this level here, and then this level, and then this level here, right? So that's what I got going on here for NFP, or lean to NFP. What else you got? Can a daily, let's see, let's pull this chart up. Can the daily on gold mirror some previous moves on a daily? 8 hours left. Don't worry about majority of the other markets that's 1530 markings, but yeah, the pink boxes are zones for daily. Yeah, this is what I just mentioned. This is exactly what I just broke down. The only thing I'm worried about is just this. But even this morning, the first initial thought on this was I didn't mark this up as an actual major resistance. I think I marked it up more so off of this. So yeah, high probability. The weekly you have 8 hours as well until closure. And I think that the daily coming up to mirror this traffic to the left is gonna be the 26, 27, 21 zone, which is the weekly wick fill. Next chart. What is this? Get some nice levels there. 2683, 2679, 26. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The numbers are expected to come out negative today. So if that is the case and you actually do pop up, then I'll go with the numbers today. Because if you look at the numbers, the predetermined numbers, they're expecting negative numbers. Negative, negative, and neutral. All right, so pay attention. There's 3 folders. It could come out mixed in a minute here. But you do have 3 folders here. 3 major folders that come out at the same time for NFP. All right, chat. So obviously I got no buy stop, sell stops here, but pay close attention to pay close attention to how news comes out here and how price reacts here, because we're gonna get some trades like post news, which is like anywhere from 8:31 till 9, and there could be multiple trades too. So the whole morning was kind of just chilling around waiting for news, but now you have it. Now you have the volume. Now it's just about executing off of price action, and we know what we're looking forward to, chat. We mentioned this morning that if you do get a top wick towards, if you do get a push up off the bat, I'm gonna wait for a closure above like 84 or 90 still. And then if you flip bearish, and that's your position down, if price does come down. And if price does close above like 85 or even above 90, then we know where it's going next, right? We know that we're going up towards 2707 next if that does break. But yeah, 15 seconds here, chat, so pay attention, okay? Pay close attention here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so you had to push down, cool. Still not in yet. Still not in yet. No positions yet. No positions yet. Wow, what was that push there? 110. Okay, so look, the daily candle flip bearish, right? For a bottom wick, is this gonna be a bottom wick or is this gonna be a push up? If this candle were to flip, chat, if this minute candle were to flip, this 30 minute candle were gonna flip, then that'll be our buys up to the top of the range. I think you have a range going up for like, and this is only if you flip, right? If it flips while a buy stop here going up for like 50 pips here. All right. Let's see. Yeah, 35 pips almost. I don't think so. Yeah, 4 seconds left. You're not going to get that yet. Or actually, no, you might. You still have the 5-minute closure here. But the 1 minute looks like it closed bearish here. If you do break the lows, we can start hunting for sells. I think if you do break the lows here, you could probably make your way down here towards like 26.62. I think the range going down here would be roughly like 30 pips here. Because this is a spike, right? Usually when you re-break the lows on the spike, you continue further down towards the next level, which is going to be like 26, 33, 32 levels. All right, chat. So, almost. Let's see. Can you break the lows? Almost. I filled the wick. Didn't break the lows. Came very close. It's actually closer to MT5 than it is on TradingView. I don't have any sell stops. I'm going to be market executing. All right. All right. How much are stops here if you enter off of here? 100. All right, chat. So, can you get a break of the lows? Can you get a break? 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 And it's gonna be the break of, I'll say, this low right here, 2665.379. And then targets will be 63-ish levels. All right, chat. So gone positions here. Entries are between 2665.7 to 2665.48. Pay attention to 2663.42. Will likely be closing full if price were to get there. All right. And stops will be the 1 minute candle high up at 2678. That's where I got my stops. And this is like roughly a 20 something pip move. It should pop though. It should be a pop right down towards 63.42. This is just a news trade with the trend. This is what we spoke about all morning. 63.42. All right. Eight pips away. I'm gonna start placing my TP there. What did we get there? Peak? Peak was 26. 13 pips. Peak was 13. I'm still expecting a pop, chat, so that's why I didn't get out yet. And obviously, if price were to like, let me just put my entry on screen here for you guys to see. This was the entry right around here. 65.79. Stops are above here, and then TP is going to be roughly 62, 63 right off of that. And we're just expecting a continuation down. No pineapples just yet, especially off the opening of the news candle. So no pineapples for me just yet. I need to see like structure form. I need to see like price actually develop some structure for me to confirm that we're gonna head down further. All right, no, entries 65.79, it's a little higher. That's it right there. Stops are above here, chat. If we start seeing that price is moving up, and it creates structure on the way up, we'll start managing risk. But until then, I'm still expecting this push down towards that 62 level. And if we are pulling back, right? Because earlier we answered there was no pullback here. If we are pulling back and you end up flipping bearish still, then what we could do, look at the 5-2. We can actually extend TP. So we can actually extend TP. Let's see towards where though. I want to say 26, 61 maybe at most, because you run into some traffic here down here at these levels here. All right, so look, you have a minute closure that closed strongly bullish. The 5 is still bearish, so this can still be a flip. I have no pineapples yet, chat. How far are the pineapples from that end stops? 85. Yeah, I got no pineapples here. Still got one position only. Where just guys entries? I had 65.79, 65.57, 65.43, 65.48 all 4 entries. And stops are 26, let's see, 26.89.3, 1 hour highs. For now, it's hard to stop. This 5 is still open. If this 5 were to close bullish, we can start planning out, but we're still open for another 2 minutes on this 5. And I'll let you guys know we get pineapples too. If you get enough structure, we can actually have a pineapple and we can actually move a stop down to the 78 zone. But right now there's no structure, it's just pushing straight up. There's nothing being formed yet for us. Let's see this 1 minute flips though. A minute for a 5 closure. How much is this from here to here? This is 68. BUB around the 67 mark. 570. Okay, 5 minute closes in a minute here, chat. So let's see. I want to see if this 5 here can close respecting the 2671 zone, and then we can potentially look for pineapples down to come down for this bottom wick here for 57 pips. Like down towards here. $50 seconds. Yeah, this here on the 1, right? Very minor though. Let's see if this 1 minute actually flips. Still lead to the 5 minute too. How much was this pull here from here to here? 35. And this would have been, oh wow. Okay, not bad. Chat, if you close bullish here too, respecting, right? It's not gonna be a pineapple off the bat. It's gonna be wait for this next 5 to kind of like create a top wick here, like so. It will likely fill the wick. And if it fills wick, it can still pop all the way up too, right? So you want to see that candle push up, and then you want to see it flip bearish. Once it flips bearish, that'll be your pineapple down, like this. But you want to see it pop up first. At least towards like 73, I would say, for a pineapple. And if it doesn't pop up, it's fine. We'll have the statement entry. We'll still get out at like 63 levels, 62 levels, but a pineapple would be nice here. Second position. How much is this range down? 41. This was 36. All right, so you're flipping here. Can you fill the ranges at 72.9? All right. Cool, so you filled the ranges. Now, can you actually break below 70.561? I'll say around there will be the entry point. 70.561, right a little further below the flip. What would that be? This will be 84 pip stops then. And this one will be 130 instead. All right, pay attention here, chat. Looking for like 71 or 70.5 in that zone there. I'm pretty sure you get a 1 minute closure below too, around there, if you were to drop down here. What I got here, 71 point. Now what is this? 70.67. Right around here, chat. 6, 7-ish. We are second sells, and then this one should be able to mirror this move down here. It's a bit 32 there, and if we close there, it'll be negative 16, so roughly like 15, 20. I gotta see a closure here. Where else can we extend our TP here? I'm just gonna leave it. A minute and 30 to a 5 closure. Pay attention here. The 5 might close as well. Bearish, maybe. And if price closes above like 77, chat, we can start managing. 77.322. This file's unclosed bullish here, right? So looking to manage if you start closing above these areas here, chat. This 77.23 zone. Because if you close above these areas here, then looking left, you're likely to mirror this move up, right? All the way up towards like 26.81. 5-no top wick here. 5-no top wick here. Pretty is nothing crazy, but something. I think the 5 close. I'm gonna put this as like slightly above the range too. So let's see how it closes above the 78 zone. 77.9, 78.022. Still looking for the same positions below 72, I'll say. I'm gonna go off of this structure here instead of the yellow zone if you come down there. Damn, man. Are you gonna close above 78? Or is it still a possibility we come down here? Technically, you still got a 15 wick fill, but this 15 doesn't help by closing respecting. It doesn't help at all. It is possible, but it doesn't help. But I'll say if you close below like 71, then I would assume the rest of the wick fill will continue down. It's just this right here that we don't know, right? Between 75 and 72, we don't know. We have no idea of. But if you start closing below 70, 72, then that's your pineapple straight down towards 65. And that'll be a very good position. The 5-no bot, no top wick. Let's see if we can get a move down here towards 71. Top wick broke the previous 15 highs. 15 flip. It broke the lows, right? But it still struggled at like 75 zones. How much was this instead if we were to get earlier entry? 41 instead. They don't want to grab like moves coming down earlier in this. I don't want to grab like 70, 69 zones. All right, popping up here. You have about a minute left until 5 close chat. If you close above, you're going to get out. Or you might get out. Hit stops beforehand here. My stop is exactly 2680.93 here. And I'm gonna be manually closing, so I'll let you guys know exactly when I close. What happened here? This 15 came all the way back up. Respecting this zone here. 1 hour candles, same boat. Came up for the top wick here. And we might get out here, chat. All right, chat. So I'm gonna be, wait, 14 seconds. I'm gonna wait for this last 12 seconds, and then once that closes, I'll get out. Okay. So here, I'm still in here. Now I'm gonna set my stop officially. So 2681.77 to the highs. So wait for the 5 to close. And now I'm gonna move my stop up there, and that'll be the stop. This can't help us bullish route. All right, chat. Likely gonna hit stops though. I can't really imagine, like, because this move down, if it were to continue down, it would have rejected, like, I'll say like here at 75 at least. But this thing came up. It struggled here for a little bit, right? The 5 closed, no bottom wick or no top wick. It struggled, and then it just made its way up to fill the range. I'm still in here though, but it looks like we're like gonna get hit stops here. My entries were, like I set my stops just now. Entries were 65.57, 65.43, 65.48, and then TPs were set, and the stop loss just got set. All right. Unless we get what do you call that? Unless we get a plot twist here, which could still happen if the 5 closes below 72 here. But I have no entries here, chat. None right now. Is there a possibility we get a plot twist today? Oh wait, I'm missing a stop loss. 2681.72. All right, the 5 reflipped here, chat. The 5 reflipped here. I think the 1 hour officially has a top wick now too. This is still a very long shot. I think you're still gonna have to make your way down below 71 here for a second position. But if you do, that's like a very high probability you retrace the entire range down. because you can see it as a 1 hour top wick being formed, which is insane if it is, but this is a very long shot. This 5 is still open. This could just be a bond wick for you to drive up, right? It's at the same level where it struggled at, but now we have hard stop set. I wouldn't use anything above here. Right, you see the 5 still open here. Closing back above it. This is the Ranger and the 5. This 5 can just flip still, right? $177. Oh. 77. 77. I'm gonna go over this trade again after this too. It looks like we're gonna get stopped out here. 5-minute flip. You see the 5-minute bottom wick. It's flipping bullish. You have a 5-minute wick fill. $14 pips, man. And you have the 4-hour closure. How's the 4 going to close? Bullish. Yeah. If the 4 is going to close bullish, I would assume the next 4 is going to drop as well here, chat. And stopped out. Yeah, we're out. Yeah, chat. So we're out here. So there's that trade. Let's see, what did I do today? What is this? I think that's, what percent is this? And we're gonna review the trade, chat. I'm gonna see where else we could have managed risk here at. I believe that's 75 level, but I was really looking for above the 78 level, just because, so right here, just because a closure above here would have, where is it? Where is it based off of? So here, like a closure above like 2678.18, that would have been the closure for me based off of like the structure here. Because like this candle closing here, right? On the 5, you can see as a closure above or below. But in this sense here, it can still come up for a top wick and it can still flip bearish, right? So it's just enough room here plus an extra confirmation of a closure to indicate that that isn't going to happen. Because the last thing I would have wanted to see here was maybe like something like this happening, and you make your way down, and that's your positions again, right down there. But that didn't happen. You end up just popping straight past like 78 level. Earlier on when we're in profit, I wasn't really planning to like move stocks to break even yet, because I was really expecting the actual range fill to come down towards like 63.4, 63.5 or 62 levels overall, coming down towards that zone there. So I had that level as well. What else was there? And I want to say that's it. We're actually expecting a move up first for news 2 today. A move up, then a move down. The move down came first. So I'm like, okay, cool. As you started to come down, I wanted to get that pop on the root breakout lows, right? Which is down the root breakout lows. I think if we had an entry off of these minute candles instead, obviously that would have given you a bit more range, but yeah, we got stopped out. And then when it came to managing my stops, right, I usually manually close my stops. So that's why like with the first time it tapped it, and it pulled back, I just moved my stop. Like I actually put my stop intact now for the break at highs, but we got out. But the difference is only like what, like 3, 4, 5 pips, something like that. That's the stop.